Hello artists, today we're making a linear perspective drawing inspired by artist M.C. Escher, who made impossible worlds. So we're going to have a room that has windows on just about every side, or it could be every side if you want it to. So there won't be a top and a bottom. First of all, we need to find center. So the quick way to find center on your paper is make your short sides touch, line them up perfectly, and fold, and then we open it and make the long sides touch. Same thing, line them up the very best you can so those corners match, and then crease, and then open. So this spot right here is the center of our page, and that's also known as the vanishing point. It's a very important dot. We will be using it for target practice. Then you're going to take your ruler, put your ruler against the dot, got my pencil right on that dot, and find the corner, and then ready, aim, fire. And repeat. We're going directly to the corner, not close, directly. Also, it's best if you draw your lines light so that you can erase. Mine are darker so you can see them in the video. Next, we have to do some measuring. Not all rulers are made the same. They have marks. The marks are all the same distance. But on some rulers, 0 is the end of the ruler. On other rulers, like this one, 0 starts here. It's not at the very end of the ruler. It's in a little bit. So find where that is. It's important so you don't mess up your measuring. We're going to take your ruler, and I'm putting it so the 5... So here's my ruler, there's the 5. This big line beside the 5 is 5 inches. Putting it so the 5 is on the corner, and then make a mark at 0. If you have this kind of ruler where the 0 is not at the end, same thing, I'm finding the 5, putting it on the corner, and then I'm marking where the 0 mark is on the ruler. Repeat for all your corners. Now we play connect the dots. If you did it right, you should have a box that's even. And now we can erase what is inside this box, except for the vanishing point. Okay, before we get too far, I want to show you how to draw a grid in linear perspective, because Escher's work had teeny tiny grids all over it. I'm just asking you to make one grid on one side. You decide which one it is. If you're one that this kind of stuff is confusing, you might want to follow along and put yours on the same side as mine. So ruler goes against the vanishing point. I'm going to make my gridded floor or ceiling or wall right here in this section. So rulers against the vanishing point, jump down, make a line, back to the vanishing point, pivot, back to the vanishing point, pivot. So the lines, if they kept going, would connect directly to that dot. That's how you know you're on the right track. Where if you lay this down, if this line kept going, it hits the dot. It doesn't miss, it doesn't come close, it hits it. Okay, for the horizontal lines, because this is going back in the distance, they need to be closer when they're far away. If that makes any sense. The lines are closer together when they are far away from us. And they are going to have bigger gaps as they come nearer to the viewer. So I made it very small here. Then I scooted the ruler down, a little bigger. Scoot the ruler down, bigger still. So now I've got a gridded floor or wall or ceiling, whatever side you want it to be on. Okay, windows / doorways. Let's start with a doorway. Going to find that vanishing point. I'm going to put the doorway on this wall right here. And it's going to attach to the floor. So I've got my ruler on the vanishing point. I'm making the line that is normally horizontal, but it won't be this time. So it's a diagonal line that goes directly towards the vanishing point. Then the sides are going to be vertical. This means they are parallel with the side of your paper. So now I have a doorway to somewhere. This area is going to get cut out in the future. Now, if we want to make it look very realistic, it's going to have some thickness to it. So on this inside corner, I'm going to make a horizontal line and find that vanishing point again. So this line goes directly to the vanishing point. And this is just going to come straight down. So now the doorway has a little thickness to it if you want to make it more complicated. So for the arched window, I'm going to gently draw a couple vertical lines where I want the window to go. These are going to change in a minute. Find that vanishing point. Draw a line. Then up at the top, here's the vanishing point again. Figure out where I want the top of the window to hit. Draw a very light guideline. I'm going to take this and arch it and bring it back down. And then erase the lines that I don't need. If you want to make this one 3D, like this one was, you find the inner bottom corner, make a horizontal line with the ruler, then find that vanishing point, line it up with this, make line. And over here we go up and curve. So this is getting cut out later. This is getting cut out later. If I want to have my floor, part of it become a window, I can erase part of the grid. And I can make that three-dimensional. It's an option, not required. So from this one, at this angle, I'm going to find both inner corners, make lines that go down. Have one that's horizontal, and line it up with the vanishing point. This making it 3D part on all of these is optional. I'm focusing on, can you get the window and the doorway so it's drawn correctly in linear perspective.